We had to put our dog down this week. I thought I understood my feelings about it. I usually do, sort of. But I broke down and cried. Neither myself or my wife expected that. The dog was 15 years old. One day, she was struggling up and down steps. Within 48 hours, she couldn't really get out of bed anymore. The night before, I carried her down to go to the bathroom, laid her near the pond, and stood with her. Then I carried her back up. I did that a few times. We had already decided it was time, the night prior, though part of me still hoped. There's a difference between hope and reality, of course. That part of life is inevitable. People age, animals age, things end. I've been through deployments. I've seen people die. People I spoke to less than a day earlier. Rockets, rollovers, suicides, violence, chaos, memorial photos that were meant to honor them. As hard as those losses were, there was one difference I kept coming back to. In those moments, you're close to death, but not entirely inside it. You may have a photo, but you didn't see the body. You hear the stories, but you're not part of them. Even when a rocket hits, what you see are fragments of chaos that the mind can easily disconnect from. You hear about a suicide and remember a conversation from days earlier, but even that memory fades. There's distance, separation, a layer between you and the moment itself. They had a voice in their everyday lives. They didn't choose what happened to them, but they could still decide how they lived, just not how they die. Some people I've known did have a choice in how they died, those who took their lives, but that's neither here nor there. And in those cases, as painful as they are, there's usually someone to be angry at, someone or something external to them to blame, somewhere for that anger to go. This wasn't that. It happened at the hands of someone that she trusted. Us. And that's the part that feels different. I know a human life and a domesticated animal's life aren't the same. I understand that. But this dog had been with us for 15 years. To put that in perspective, outside of my wife and my children, that's longer than almost any intimate, consistent relationship I've ever had. Parents changed, homes changed, people came and went, but she was there every day. That's more than just a pet. The hardest part wasn't death itself. It was carrying responsibility where there was no consent. People overlook how much power they actually have in choice. Even when they say they have no choice, they're often overlooking the choices that are still available. Our pets don't get that. They live on borrowed agency. They trade choices for care, food, shelter, safety, and love. And in the end, that trade comes due. All I know is that choice matters more than most people realize. Sometimes you don't truly understand that until you're holding it for someone who doesn't have it. And guess what? Life goes on anyway, with or without you, with or without them. And some things don't resolve it, but they have a way of putting things in perspective.